Hello, family. Hello, friends. Hello, party people. How are we doing today? Are we ready to map our consciousness and try to navigate this crazy terrain between our ears? As well as the shared field, the collective unconscious. So much of that has been coming through. I actually was just doing a reading before I started recording this one, and I messed up something about the video. I accidentally hit pause and didn't know I had been, and then was carrying on and not recording. But it was fascinating talking about the difference between letting go of things and escaping them or suppressing them. Because sometimes the difference between those things isn't always so clear. And to be fair, these are concepts, they're ideas, they're not hard evidence things written in stone. So it'll be interesting to see if any similar kind of things come out in this one. Let's take a look. All right, let's see here. First, we've got co-worker, business associate. So we're telling a story today about people who work together. Or maybe they will work together but aren't working together. Yeah, that's funny because I think on the last one that I actually ended up posting, they had a similar story, or I pulled the same card, the coworker card. People here are sincere. They're genuine, authentic. I think I got that one too. Oh, some of my cards are upside down in here. That's funny, though. I feel like I should put it out. Got somebody who's kind of gossipy, loose lips, either like starting rumors or they couldn't keep something to themselves. Oh gosh, drama. This one's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to read on some drama sometimes. I've actually recorded some videos that I thought the readings were quite good, but I was like, if they feel kind of too deep for what I want to start out with on the channel here. So I don't know. Perhaps I'm being avoidant with my calling. Casual acquaintance or connected by social network but don't really know each other. Maybe people who work like in the same industry but they haven't met yet, or they might be people working in the same business but they haven't crossed, they're acquainted but they're not really friends yet. Connected by a social network or perhaps a community. They either work together already or they're going to. And what did this also came out? Someone is selfish or greedy? I don't know why, but first of all, I do kind of know why. I didn't actually mean to pull the selfish, greedy card. It was right behind the casual acquaintance card, and I accidentally put it there. But because it ended up on the table, I feel like there's a reason. But it's not an energy of selfishness and greediness is not real strong. It's kind of. I'm going to ask for another one to open that up. Give me an idea about it. Is it more... Is it really actually selfish? Like, you want a lot more than your share? Or is it something like someone wants to keep all of something to themselves? That's what I'm getting. Somebody wants to keep all of something to themselves. They don't want to share something. I feel like there's more than two people involved in this. I feel like there's three people. I feel like we've got a person, if it doesn't have a whole lot of integrity, and they like attention, Yeah, and it's not bad to like attention. Everybody likes attention. It's normal and human, and some people are more extroverted than others. They might need a little more attention than others. Some are more introverted. Getting attention for them might be a means to an end, to promote some kind of work or business or things like that. I feel like more than one person involved here is an extrovert. Might be how these people know each other. So this story, you might find it relatable. You might not relate to the story exactly, like it's not exactly your story, but there might be a nugget of wisdom in here that does apply to whatever you're experiencing lately or something you're reflecting on. So you cross paths with this reading for a reason. It's going to have some kind of story for you, whether or not it's exactly your reading. I kind of do collective readings a little differently. When I'm working with a client, just one person, I'm very tapped into that one person and the details and specifics of their particular life. But my public readings, they just feel different. They're more like parables that illustrate things about life. Oh my gosh. I don't feel like this has to do with somebody's actual father. With that father card there, I feel like it has to do with, maybe like daddy issue kind of things. Paternalism, ideas of someone who could be seen as a protector, a provider. Maybe that someone sees themselves that way. And they want other people to see them that way. Maybe they want... Maybe that's the part of them that is extroverted at the moment in this particular story with these people. Who is sincere and who is genuine? Who's genuine and who's the jerk? I need 3. Oh yeah, I need one more card from this one. So we've got a father figure, provider type person. We've got a lazy person. I would imagine that's the greedy one. Like I said, somebody wants something all to themselves. And then we have this other person who's very sincere, genuine, they're carefree. It's 3 different people. The father figure type person, provider, protector, paternal, masculine energy. We got somebody who's not very productive, or there's something they need to take care of that they're not taking care of. That's what the lazy person card is making me think. And they don't have a lot of integrity. They talk about things they maybe shouldn't. They might, They might not have a very good sense of who it is and is not okay to share certain stories with. Like, I get, like, people get overwhelmed. Sometimes information is genuinely burdensome. You need help processing it. You've got to talk about it with somebody. But that is different than sharing somebody else's information or a situation you're in actually with somebody else to get attention for it, or to, how sometimes people like kind of brag like, oh, I know this information, don't you want it? Like that kind of a thing. It's kind of a power trip in a way. It's like ego kind of stuff, So our loose lip person who doesn't have a lot of integrity with information is not doing something they could do. They're just not getting it done. There's something they're not taking care of that they should be taking care of. Okay, so tell me more, Spirit, about what these people have going on with each other. How do they know each other? What's going on? I'm going to put a card off each one of these characters and see what we get out of them. So is this coworker business provider person, is he interested in two different candidates perhaps for the same position? Same business position, and perhaps he does not realize that one person is very sincere and genuine, has a lot of integrity, and the other one seems like the polar opposite. They want something all to themselves. They have loose lips. They don't have a lot of integrity. They don't get shit done. Man, what a problematic person. That's unfortunate. And we have this other, like, they're a free spirit, probably sincerely expressive. And all three of these people know each other, probably, confirmation on the bells, through a casual acquaintance, be in the same community. Alright, it seems like maybe all the people in this situation could use some guidance on what to do next. Here, and I should stop there. That is a... they might be watching each other, all three of them on the interwebs, not realizing that they're all watching each other. Confirmation on the chime. Huh. The world was making me think that. The world reversed. Okay. So there's drama on the interwebs, apparently. What should the masculine provider figure, who seems, I would think he's looking for someone to fill some kind of business position, or give an opportunity to. His guidance is to offer the love cup. It doesn't necessarily mean romance. It could be extending peace, a supportive opportunity. The aces are all initiative. It seems like our provider person, if you're relating to that person, is being guided to offer the position that's being offered with a loving and nurturing, supportive attitude. That might put him in danger, though, if he doesn't realize that one of these candidates or one of these people he's looking at is lacking in integrity. I mean, there's just such polar opposite profiles of people, personalities here on each of these two sets of cards here. also strikes me that these I feel like there's two stories in here. There's that one, and then there's also, there could be a lot of gossip around one person that is being considered for an important position, and that person looks sincere, like they have integrity, like they're carefree, but the rumor mill is saying that they're selfish, greedy, and lazy, because who knows why. Maybe people don't like a bright light. Like, there's a lot of people who don't like a bright light. So if this provider person, if he's thinking about offering a real nurturing a kind of work position, career advancement kind of stuff, other people might be jealous and they just start talking shit about the person who is likely to get this opportunity. If they already work together in the same business, this might be like a promotion kind of deal. Yeah, there could be a lot of competition for that promotion. And to be fair, I mean, a lot of times rumors are when they're false rumors, not when they're actual information that's just being gossiped about. A lot of times people inject their own projections in there, like they're the selfish one, so they say that this other person is selfish. So is the carefree, sincere person, are they truly sincere and carefree? Yeah, because Spirit wouldn't have sent me those, I don't think. Let me ask you a couple more questions about this one's going to stick out. That just confirms what I was already thinking. The mob. Our person who lacks integrity, who's got the loose lips, who doesn't know how to keep information to themselves. Or there might be a group too. It could be just either one or both. Yeah, the star is like hope, opportunity opening up, maybe like even as big as like hopes and dreams kind of stuff, right? So the mob wants to stir shit up. They want to say that this person doesn't have sincerity, that they don't work at stuff. But what's the truth of this person? Do they? I mean, nobody's perfect. Nobody's always working as hard as they can work. But I don't know, maybe they got shit going on. They can't work on it. I don't know. Ooh! 6 of Pentacles. Charity. I bet they are sincere, genuine person. I think that they're the kind of person who would give the shirt off of their back. Like they're the opposite degree. Like even if they didn't have anything, they would still give it away if somebody else needed more. It's just like back and forth, back and forth. The 5 of Wands and the Mob card are so similar to me in these two decks. Hang on, I'm trying to zoom in. Oh no, I can't do it. Sorry, I'm sure that voice is annoying when I use it. I'll try not to do that anymore. See, the 5 of Wands upright in this deck, though, can definitely give either conflict or competition. It really depends on the context of the reading, what other cards are you pulling, what's the vibe of the story. Oh, how I miss doing spreads sometime. I gotta do a video with an actual spread in it at some time. This is a fun way to read too, don't get me wrong, but I like the analysis that is possible with a more orderly and organized spread. I'll put it that way. Yeah. The Magician and the Ace of Cups together in this read is giving beginning something on the right foot. Like everything is available. It's where it needs to be. It's confirmation on the bells. It's ready to go. If you're relating to the provider, paternalistic person who's got an opportunity for someone, it looks like you're looking at somebody who's got integrity, who's got skill, who's got... The Magician can represent skill. Very much so. And if there's like rumors and bullshit around that person, I would say... I mean, use your discernment, gather your facts, do your due diligence if this story is really relatable to you. But if you are vibing with this story, it's highly likely that the rumors, the negative things, they're just not true. Or they're not a whole story. They're like a real incomplete picture. Because like I was saying, nobody's perfect. Like everybody makes mistakes. And sometimes too, that's where rumors can get built up. That, like speculation on like one little dumb thing somebody did, or shoot, even sometimes like one big dumb thing somebody does, and like it gets blown out all in proportion, and everybody finds out, and they start speculating, oh, well, if they could do this thing, then maybe they could do this and that, and there and the other. And really just like the person who's unfortunately got ran through the rumor mill, maybe they just made that mistake because they were in great distress or something, who knows, and they got to deal with everybody thinking they're like a terrible person, it's given that kind of... I just keep thinking that, like, there's probably some kind of grain of truth in the rumor mill, but it's not, it's just such a tiny little grain that you can't form your opinion about this person who seems to you to be sincere, genuine, carefree, like just skilled, ready to go. Yeah, you can't let that bullshit color your perception of this person, because they seem to be a really decent person. Like they are who they say they are. They're not fucking around. Even if they seem like it sometimes. Is there anything else about this you would like to tell me, Spirit? I'd love to hear you talk. Not hearing much in this reading. Why is the Empress coming out reversed here at the tail end of this reading, Spirit? What's that about? I feel like that's about our carefree, genuine friend here. Mm, considering what I was just talking about, these three cards together are making me feel like our genuine friend here has been through some shit. I think it has to do with a profound loss in a family. Maybe they've lost a loved one. And they seem to be the person who takes care of everyone. It's been pouring a lot of their creativity, problem solving, nurturing energy into taking care of community, family, as they deal with some kind of profound loss. And it's not necessarily like losing a loved one. It could be anything from losing a loved one or a pet to losing a job, losing, yeah. So yeah, they've been through some kind of loss that was shared with their family, with their community, something like that. So they might not have been maybe there's been rumors about them. People are speculating, and maybe they just have been taken out by dealing with this loss. And they haven't had, I don't know, the time or energy to counteract what's being said about them, or even maybe be near enough to that group of people to know what they've been saying. Yeah, 6 of Wands reversed. They haven't been able to put themselves out there to be recognized for what they really say they and do. Like, they are who they say they are, but they haven't been out saying who they are very much to counteract the bullshit from the mob. And who knows if they're even aware of the mob, but it looks like our paternal provider figure who has some kind of business opportunity for somebody else, that they're aware of the rumor mill, they're aware of the mob, it seems like, but I don't feel like the genuine person is. I think they're just they're just dealing with their own shit. They're dealing with this family stuff. They're dealing with this loss. And that loss could be so many different things. Loss of relationship, even a loss of a value system. Like, somebody woke up and realized their religion was wrong for them or something like that. I'm just getting profound loss in that it could be so many different things. Like something you might not think of as a loss, if that makes sense. I don't know what it will be for different people, but yeah, I keep feeling like it might be something that's not all that concrete. Like the loss of something subjective, but it was still really profound. It had a really profound impact. It impacted others. But they've got the Emperor and Upright and the Magician on them, so they are poised to lead. They are poised to use skills and responsibly. They are who they say they are, with that integrity. Even with the thing that's taken them out of being visible for a while, it's because they have integrity. I feel like that person's spirit too is real sovereign. Regardless if the person offering the opportunity in this story ends up offering it to our sincere, genuine person, or if they end up listening to the mob, which I don't think they will. I think they'll extend that cup. But whether they did or not, are sincere character with integrity, they'd be pretty well protected, and they would have another opportunity would come their way. There's some kind of energy of sustainability on that person with the integrity. Like, they might not aspire to having much, but there's something about them that life-wise seems to provide them just enough. So they're probably spiritual. Well, they might not know they're spiritual. That could be something like that. But at any rate, I think that's a pretty good story for today. That's enough. What are we at? We're at 31:02 minutes. I like that. We got the 1, the 2, the 3. Let's pull some final words, final thoughts. Not really final advice. It's just here's some parting thoughts. I like how the window light here is hitting my hair. It's neat. It's pretty. I like this little background track too. I got these on Pixabay. Some of them over there, they've got copyright licenses, but the ones with the Pixabay license, you should be able to just use them in any kind of content you want for free, no attribution. And I found this guy who's a sitar player, and he's got a ton of these little Indian influenced background music kind of things. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, rad! I like this. That is advice, actually. It's time to surrender to this. Stop resisting and let go. If you've been avoiding something, that's funny because the video I was recording that I messed up the video on, it had real strong themes about that. About resistance, about avoidance. All right, so if you really vibed with that story, if you can see yourself in it, there is something that you're probably avoiding doing. It's time to take a jump. It's time to get into that magician energy, pull the trigger. Ooh, Metatron, the record keeper. Very cool. If you're relating to this story, it is a part of your spiritual growth. Every little thought you ever do every little thought you ever have, everything you ever do, it's all recorded, including your thoughts that you had in response to this video. I'll roll that by the show. Nobody has ever been shamed into growth. Go easy on yourself. Well, these are advice cards. That's sweet. I mean, there's lots of different kinds of things in here, but one more, and I'll let you go. All right. Oh, another angel. That's so funny because there's only 7 angels in here, and there's an awful lot of cards. With angels, they love to come out at the end of the reading. I mean, it's uncanny. Archangel Ariel, the angel of nature, guardian of living things, healing work with elementals. Yeah, let's all heal our patterns so we quit avoiding things we don't realize we're avoiding. We quit resisting things we don't realize we're resisting, and just surrender. There's something that the universe seems to want you to do. You know what it is, just do it. Right? Alrighty. So that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Miranda, and this is my divination station, where I tune into my brain radio to deliver you the story of the day. If you enjoyed that, like and subscribe. It would really help my channel. Thank you so much. I hope you catch you next time.